So hello guys, so we'll be working on Figma to WordPress, and then I'm going to be making use of Elementor page builder and then one other plugin which is called Essential Addons to actualize what we want to do. So I've gotten the Figma file. This is the Figma file, and then this is what we want to do. Looking at the Figma file, so let's just go through the Figma file. We're having the header here, we're having the hero section here, and then we're having our service section, drop down section, which is a carousel. Click is over here. So we also have our process, we also have the testimony, we also have the send us message, our blog post, and then the footer. So this is what we want to do. So this is the prototype of what we want to work on. So the prototype of what we want to work on. This is the prototype of what we want to work on. So to some certain extent, I've already worked on it before, so I just want to show you guys how you can look at it. When we over on each of it, it shows us this, change the background color. When we over on this, so when we click on this, it scroll. So these are the things we want to do. So I'll be making use of localhost, that is, there's no need for us to be able to get maybe domain name or hosting. So we are going to be making use of localhost, and the localhost is running, and then this is it. We are making use of WAMP server. So the next thing we have to do is just that the first thing to do is we have to create a database. So what's the database? Let's go there to create a database. We have to create a database from phpMyAdmin. So let's move to create phpMyAdmin. So we'll create the database. After creating the database, then we'll start to work on it. So let's log in. Our login password is always root, and then we'll leave the password. Our login username is always root, and then we'll leave the password blank. So we'll be able to log in by making use of this. So once we log in, we'll create a database, and then once we create a database, then we'll be able to work on it. So I want to create a new database now. So I want to name the database. Don't forget this is Figma WP. So this is what we want to work on. Figma WP. I want to copy it so that I won't misspell it. So Figma WP. So it has been created. So the next thing for us now to do is to create a folder under this place. Under this, the WAMP server, and then create a folder under this www. So these are the number of sites we work on. So don't forget the name of the web of this database we created is Figma WP. So the next thing we have to do, I don't know, this won't be good for our URL, so let's now rename it to this. Let's make use of hyphen instead of underscore. So Figma WP. So the next thing I have to do is go to our website. I'll close this one just because this is the one we've been working on. I'll close this one. I'll close this one. I'll close this one. So I'll close this one. So then the next thing I have to work on is this localhost, and then Figma WP. So this is our file now. So let's now go and install WordPress on it. So I've already downloaded the WordPress. This is the WordPress. We downloaded it to WordPress. We're making an Elementor and an Essential Addons. So if downloaded the WordPress, let's click everything. So we copy everything in this folder, in the WordPress folder, and then we move down to our WAMP server, and then www folder, and then Figma WordPress, and we paste it there. So once it's completed, then we'll be able to log, we'll be able to see what we've done so far. So let's wait for it to complete. Alright, so it has been completed now. Let's now move. Let's now reload this. Let's reload this. And then let's see what we have. Yeah, so WordPress has been installed on it. So we are choosing our language. We are choosing English language. So the next thing, let's set up the database. So the database we have then was what? Figma WP. Don't forget Figma WP. Username is root, and then the password is nothing. Leave it empty like that. So you can see we are through with it. Let's now run the installation. So after running the installation, then so let's name this Figma WordPress. So username, you can just name it admin. Since we are developing it locally, you can also name this one to admin. So let's now confirm. You can just put in your, so I'll be putting in my password in my Gmail here. So let's now install the WordPress. And see how simple it is by making it on the local server. So the password, the username is admin, while the password is also admin. So for easy remembrance, that's why I just named that. Yeah, so welcome to WordPress. So the first thing we have to do here now is look at this thing now. We have to install our WordPress. We have to install the plugin we want to make use of, which is Elementor and then Essential Addons. You can see that the maximum file upload here is 8 MB. So let's now go and increase it. So we are going to go to our HTML file. Don't forget, from this place, we're going to go to our HTML file and we are going to input some code there. Let's open this with Notepad. So let's open this with Notepad. So I have the code already here. Where did I put the code? I do not remember to see. Let's go down to this place and then get the code from here. This is the code we want to make use of. Okay, now that we've pasted in the code, and then let's now refresh it and then let's see what we have here now. You can see that it has been changed to 128 MB. So by this, we'll be able to upload file or a folder that exceeds that 8 megabytes. So what's the next thing for us to do now? The next thing for us to do now is to upload Elementor plugin. Elementor Pro plugin we have here. So once you upload the Elementor Pro plugin, we are going to use it to Elementor Pro plugin to design the header and then the footer section. So that is what you want to use that for. So let's install this. So we're also going to install the Essential Addon. So it's been installed now. So let's activate it. We are activating it. So that's the next thing for us to do now, the activation. So it tells us to install Elementor Pro. To install Elementor plugin for us to be able to make use of the Elementor Pro. So first and foremost, we have to get the free version before we can make use of the pro version. So I have the paid version already. So let's now install the free version because both of it work hand in hand together. So after the installation, we are going to make use of this popular theme by Elementor, which is called Elementor. So then we are going to also install some other packages we need. So let's activate it. So after activating it, you're also going to install the Essential Addon plugin. So let's cancel this one. So the next thing on the line is that you want to install the Essential Addon. So before that, let's install the class editor. So we'll be installing the classic editor. The classic editor makes it much more easier for us to, anytime you want to create a post, then it is going to make it much more easier to paste the content we want to make use of. So let's delete the unwanted plugin and not use the plugin and not use the things. Let's delete it. So you want to delete the plugin we are not making use of, and then you just want to leave the one or install and activate the one we want to make use of. So the next plugin we have to activate now is Essential Addon. We already have it. So it will be the next plugin we have to activate. The Essential plugin is the one we want to activate right now. So let's see here. So all the plugins we needed now has been completed. If we also need another plugin, we are also going to add it to it. So the next thing on the line right now is to go and install the theme. That is the popular theme we want to make use of, which is Elementor. Elementor is one of the popular themes because it gives us that flexibility to be able to design whatever layout we want to make use of, and then it will give us that satisfaction we want. That is, once we want to do anything. So let's install and activate it. So it has been installed. So the next thing we have to do is just to activate it. Then after the activation, then we are going to create the header and then the footer and then every other section we need. So let's visit the website we want to make it. Let's visit the website. So this is the website right now. Don't forget we are developing it locally. So we are making use of WAMP server. Look at how blank it is. So we are going to change it to once to start the designer. I'm going to change it to what is in the Figma file. So first and foremost, let's go and design the header. So we can make use of Elementor templates. So that we add new, go to Elementor, look at it now, go to templates, we press add new, So we want to add the header section, and then the header section is going to be across the file, across the website rather. So we are having the header here. So we are having the header. So it's still loading right now. So once it's load finish, then we are going to start the design. So we are cancelling this one. So before we start the design, this is what I always do before I start any design. Let's go to the Figma file now, and then let's try to check what we have there. And it's what we want to check. We want to check the number of the fonts. We want to check the fonts being used in the Figma file. We want to check the colors. That is the colors we use. What are those colors? So we want to create a global color and a global font, so it will be much more easier for us when we are designing. So right from here now, the font the designer makes use of is called Sora font. So Sora font is part of Google Fonts. So it will be much more easier for us to make use of. Adding is custom font and it's not in Google Fonts. Rather, we can just install it. We can just make use of custom fonts. That is, we download it and we make use of Elementor to install it and activate it. But in the case of this now, we are having Sora font. This is the Sora font we are having. Google has that font, and then that is the font that is being used throughout the whole design. So let's go to Elementor now and then create a global font. So we are having the global font. The global font we are making, so don't forget, is what is Sora. So the primary one is what we are having. We are having Sora. This is it. The secondary is also Sora. The text is also Sora. And then the accent is also Sora as well. So let me change this thing to, let me change it to I want to change the, so let's change, so let's now go to the global colors. So right in this place now, I believe I've itemized global color outside here. Maybe I don't know, maybe I've deleted it. So but let me check, maybe the global color is here. Maybe I save it here, but it is not here. Then we have to just go and then get those global color from the design. So don't forget, we are having, look at the first one we are having here. The designer name is brand and main number. So let's copy it and then come over to this place and then add our style in here. The first one we are having is, look at it. So what was the designer name it? He named it brand and main. Brand and main. So that's the first color we have there. So the other color we also have here, to look at it. We are also having this. This is, look at the color. The color here is, but this is the color here, 003334, but it has the opacity of 40%. So let's now change it to RGB and then move here. The second one we're having here is what, but it has was of 40%, that will be 0.4. Yeah, so that's it. So what's the name? What does designer name is? Name it brand main dark. So let's also name it brand main dark. So that's the second color we encounter here. So that's the second color we encounter here. And then these are also white colors. Can you see? So these are white. These are another color. These are white colors. So we can just name this one global white. Just name this one global white. And then also, what other color do we have here now? This is the color for this one is not having any opacity. This is the color behind brand secondary. Let's name it brand secondary. What other color do we have there? So the color of this text, look at it, neutral dark. So let's name it neutral dark. So we are naming neutral dark. Then what other color do we have here also? So then we have this one. This one has been named. So we also have the text color, which is 222. Can you see? So we can name it neutral dark 222. So we can just call this one the body. Just name it in the body text. So I believe those are all the colors. Let's see, do you have any other color? I don't think so. So let's count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're having 6 colors here. Yeah, so let's just name this one. Let's name our parameter to be this. Yeah, the parameter to be this, and then since it's the text, let's just give it this color. Give me the text color. So let's now see the changes. So this is what I usually must do anytime I'm working with design. We change it. I'll get the font color, the global color, change the global color, also change the global font. So let's make also. So I want to change this one to dark first. Let's just change it to dark mode. Yeah. So let's look at the structure of the header. This is the structure of the header we're having here now. We're having this is what we're having. We're having this first one and then this second one. Can you see we're having the email and then the call session. And this if you want to call the owner of the website, and this is the phone number, you can easily place the call. You also have the logo and also have the menu. So for us to create the menu first, let's go and create the menu. So what do you have in the menu? Don't forget, you have home, about us, services, work, blog, and contact us. So now let's just go and place it. Now we don't have all this one now, but let's just give it our primary menu. Let's name it primary menu. So the primary menu, since we've not created any page on this, let's just create a custom link. So the first one we're having is what? About us, services, work, blog, contact us. So we're having about us. Let's just do about us. And we have about us. Let's add it to the menu. We're also having work. Also having services. Also have services, blog, contact us. Then we have contact us. Then we have the home. Let's just add home from here. So links are the first. About us. This won't be in a separate tab, so we can just switch it. Home, about us, services will be here. Services, work, blog, contact us. So that is the menu we are having now. So those are the menu we are having. I don't want us to go and create a page for it, so that I just have to just create a custom link. But it's still the same thing. So let's now go to our header, and then let's now refresh this page, because let's refresh this page. Let's publish it first. So the publish is going to be on the entire website. So let's refresh this page. So I refresh it simply because it's going to load the menu we just created. If we do not refresh it, we won't be able to find it there. So that's why I'm trying to refresh it. So let's wait for it. Going by the structure of what we have here, we have the top bar. We also have the menu bar. The menu bar is the logo, and then the menu, and then this is we can call this on the top bar. So we have to structure it in a way that it's going to be well structured to the extent that it is going to give us what we have here. So the first thing we have to have here now is have a container. And then the container, because you are making use of container, you are not making use of inner section. So the first thing I usually do is that I'm going to set this to 0, this to 0. Can you see? Looking at this thing now, we are having two container here. We are having two section here, 1, 2. So definitely we are going to have two container inside it. So this will be the first container. So this one we also set it to 0, 0. We're also setting this one to what? To 0, 0. So this is the, let's put on the structure here. You can see now the first one we're having, the first container is the parent container, that is the parent container that holds everything. Let's name it the parent container. This is the parent container, and then this is the first one. Let's just try to rename it. It doesn't give me, but we can just do that. And then this is the second one. So the parent container now, let's now do the first container. The first container we're having the email. So let's copy this email, and then the email will be text. So let's get the text editor. This is the text on here. Put the text, and then this is it. This is what we're having here now. Fine. And then the second, we're having a call icon, and then the phone number. So this is what we're having. So I've already exported this call icon. So in this case of this now, so can you see, since we are having a call icon and a number, so and it is student, it will be better for us to make use of another container there also. So another container will be much more better for us to make use of inside this one. So another container will be much more better for us because this is it. It's like we are having a container, and then the container displaying into Flexbox, or making use of Flexbox. So with the usage of Flexbox, we'll be able to give our content the layout we want. So this is the first. So let's now move this on to the first side. Let's move this on to the first one, and then so this parent container now, we are having two containers here now. We are having two elements. The first one is the text element, and then the second one we are having container. So the parent container, which is the first, let's set it to row. Let's set the direction to row. Can you see? Once we set the direction to row, this is it. And then let's give this one, this first one, let's give it 100%. We are having 100% here. We are having 100%. So in the case of this now, the case of the second container, we are having the icon and then the text, the icon. So let's put in the icon first. So let's upload an SVG for it. So that's what we are having. So the SVG we are having is a call icon. So I've downloaded all the images we'll be needing here. So those images are here. So icon, and this is it. Just yeah, this is it. So we are having a call icon. So this one first now, let's now change the background color. So let's just check the background color of this. The background color of this, can you see, main/main number. So let's change it to what? The main one. Can you see? So here we are. Let's give this on 24. Yeah, icon, let's give it 24. So So it's still loading. I don't know, maybe because of making enough local server, that's why it's loading very slowly like that. So we want to start working on the header. So looking by the design from what we have here now, we have the mail and then the phone number. We also have the logo, and then we have the what? We have the nav bar, we have the menu link. So looking at this now, we have to create a first container. It's going to carry everything. So the first container, let's now change this on to, let's set the margin and the padding to 0. So this one, I'm going to set it to full width. We set it to full width, and then inside this also, let's keep the structure here. Inside this also, we're going to have two container. This is the first container, and then let's set it to 0, the margin to 0, and the padding to 0, and then let's duplicate it. So we've duplicated this now. So it's the parent container, which is this. We've set it to full width, and then it is coming from this place. Can you see? The first one will be the top bar, and then the second one will be for this. So for the top bar here, we are having the work, email, and then this. So let's now create a two container inside this also. So we are having this, and then container. We set the container inside. So let's set the margin and then the padding to 0, and then let's duplicate it. So, and then let's give it a what? Let's give the parent container of this one horizontal. So that is, want to set it to horizontal, I want to set it on a row, and then let's remove the gap between it. So the first one here now, we're having what? We're having the text here. This is the text here. So let's copy the text. So we have to copy the text. We are copying this text here, and then let's give it a text. It's the first one here, so we are giving it a text. So we are the text widget. So this is the text, and then the second one, which is this, we are giving it icon, and then the text, which is the phone number. This is the icon for this one, and then the next one we're also having the text, which will be the phone number. So that is what we're having. Let's copy the phone number here and then put it there. So this is the phone number we're having here now. So let's set these two now. Let's set these two to row. So let's set it to row, and then we put it, we center it, and then we give it a spacing of 16 pixels. Giving a spacing of 16 pixels. So let's configure the icon. We've already uploaded the SVG, and then we have the call icon and then the phone number here. So this is the parent container that holds it. Let's set down to also to center. So this one is going to center it, and then this one here, which is the second container, let's justify the content to end. No, we are having this, this. Let's justify the content to end here. So from this place now, from this Figma design file, we are having a padding of 128 pixel. You get it, 128 pixel by right and then 128 pixel by left. So let's give the padding here by 128 pixel by right and then 128 pixel by left. 128 pixel by right, 128 pixel by left. So here we are. So and then also the background color. The background color is our main brand, which happens to be this, which is our main background color. And then let's change the color of the text, and then we change the color of this one also. So and then let's reduce the font size of this to 24. So here we are now. Let's publish it. So can you see what we're having? This is what we're having now. And then let's now set the height to 40 pixel. I'm setting the height to 40 pixel. So this is what we're having here now. Can you see? This is what we're having. So let's now make it responsive. So by making it responsive, let's change the padding to 40 pixel, the padding right to 40 pixel, and the padding left to 40 pixel. And then on the mobile version, can you see? So this one now it is what is at the end before. So let's put it to start. Can you see? It's at the start, and then let's give the gap in 10% gap in, and then on this let's set the gap to also, because it is also a row, it's in a column rather, and then let's set this to 15 and let's set it to 10. So we are setting it to 10, fine. And then let's also give the margin top to be 20. So the margin top to be 20, and then let's just set everything to 20 because we're in the mobile space here. So we set everything to 20 right now, but let's give it 10 first. Yeah, I guess I'm good with this. So let's publish it. So it is quite responsive on the desktop, which is this is the desktop, this is the tablet, and then this is the mobile. So let's design the second session. So we are through with this, so we don't have anything to do with that. So this is the second one now. So looking at the design from this second one, we're having the logo and then the menu. Can you see it here now? So you agree with me that this one is going to also have a 2 container in it. we're having the first container. So let's set this to margin of 0 and then the padding of 0, and then let's now duplicate it. So from this place now, we are going to set it to row, and then let's remove the gap, and in this place we are going to put the site logo, which happens to be this, and then this, and then this. In this place also we are going to make use of the menu. So I'm making it of simple menu from the Essential Addon. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, so this is what we want now. So it should be inside the second menu. So this is what we have. This is what we want. So from this place now, let's set this one to full width. That is, anytime it's in the mobile, it's going to span across full width. So let's begin the styling. So the background color, let's change the background color to white. I believe this is it. Let's change it to white. Okay. So the text, we are changing the text to the typography. We are changing the text to the default color. The default color is this, and then yeah. So the padding 32 pixel, and everything is coming from the Figma file. So, and then the active color will be the neutral black, which has to be this. So this is what we're having now. So, and then let's now give it a padding of 128 pixel right and then 128 pixel left. So this is what we have, 128 pixel left. So let's see what we have right now. So can you see what we have right now? So let's work on the hover state. Look at the hover state now. So when we hover on it, where is it? When we hover on it, what do we want here now? When we hover on it, we want the background color to be white, and then the text to be this. We want it to be this. So let's see what we have here. Can you see here? So we're able to actualize that. So that is what we want. So let's check the, you can see here, look at the tablet mode. So let's set this also to 40/40 like we did for the first one. Let's set this, the padding right to be 40, the padding left to be 40. So here we are. Can you see? Here we are. Don't forget, let's change this one, the print container, to what? To global white. So let's change the color of this hamburger menu. So changing the color of this hamburger menu, the background color, we want the background color to be white, and then we want it to be this, and then we want the size to be 24 pixel. Yeah, this is what we want. So let's check it on the mobile as well. So checking on the mobile as well, I believe we don't have what we want here. So let's just work on it. For the first container, let's give the first container, which happens to be this, let's give this one 30 width, because this is what, let's give the 30 width, and then this, let's make it 40, or let's make it 50 rather, and also this, let's also make it 50 as well. And then let's see what we have here. So it seems we are on the same side now. So and then so the padding, so we want to give the padding right 20, and then the padding left 20, based on what we've been given this one also. So look at this is the desktop mode. We are through the desktop mode. This is the desktop mode, this is the tablet mode, and also this is the mobile mode. So this is what we are having here. So, and then I've also set the condition, and this, you set the condition to be, it should view over the entire page. Can you see it here? So, and then I've closed it, and let me close it here now. So let me now check the Figma file. Let me refresh it. So can you see what we're having? So we are also having a little bit of problem here on the state. You can see the active is giving us background color of what we don't want. So let's work on it. So let's see the active here, the over color, the hamburger menu. That is not what we want. So the background color should be white. So let's see what we have here now. So yeah, can you see what we have here now? This is what we have right now. So from the design, let's check the font size we have here. For this one, the font size is 16 and then the width is 600. In the case of this, the font size is, the inactive is 40, the width is 400 and then the size is 16. So let's work on that as well. So for this, which happens to be top menu, so this is the typography. We're having 16. Yeah, 16. No, by default we're having 16 as well, and then the font weight is what, 400. That's the default. That's the default what we're having. But on active here we are having, this one is not permitting me to style it one after the other, but let's just go for this. Let's just go with this. So let's just go for this, and then so let's refresh our page here. By giving it 16 pixel, it is not giving us what we want. So let's reduce the pixel to, let's reduce the font size to 14, I guess. Let's reduce it to 14. Yeah, so this is what we want. So let's refresh it. Yeah, so this is what we want. So in the next section we'll be designing this arrow session. Look at this. You create your dream space. We are experts, and then 2 buttons here. So that's what we'll be working on in the next section.